How to get leads for any plumbing business. So we're going to talk about 7 methods today. Let's start with the first. Posters, billboards, and flyers. So this sounds very traditional, but it does work, especially if you have a local business servicing a local area. So what we typically want to do is use physical advertisements in high traffic areas. For example, inserting flyers in residential mailboxes or distributing them in high traffic areas in the city center or the town center. And you can also find local providers for these kinds of services. So you can find billboard advertisers who will rent you out certain areas of the city or town, or you can find companies that will distribute these flyers for you in your local area. So it depends on how much it's going to cost, because you can either print them all out, maybe 5 or 8,000 flyers for $500 and distribute them yourself, or if you have the budget, you can hire someone else to do that for you, but someone trustworthy, because they could just throw them in the trash and say they did that. Billboards are typically not cheap as well, anywhere from $1,000 to $30,000. It really depends on the location and how much people see that on average. So yeah, but it's a good way to get started. Some companies do this, and this sounds pretty traditional, but just because it's traditional doesn't mean it doesn't work. So some factors to consider in terms of reach and effectiveness. High visibility in targeted locations, and its effectiveness depends on the design and the placement of the ads. So the pros is, well, you're literally targeting the entire market, and it's physical. It's something that people notice more, and you can grab people's attention immediately. The cons are it's quite expensive, and it's very difficult to see analytics or statistics. You can't really track the results, and you can't make adjustments like that. And also the effects stop once you stop paying for the advertising space or distribution. So if you either stop distributing the flyers, and even if you do posters around the town, weather and things like that eventually degrade the posters, no matter how high quality the posters are. So that's something else to consider. Second method is social media advertising. So with this, what we want to look at is paid advertisements on platforms like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. And I would go with that order for these kinds of businesses like plumbing or roofing, things like this. The best is probably to start with Facebook, because you can have way more options to configure your target market, which makes it more effective. And that's one of the benefits, actually. And the costs per click range anywhere from 50 cents to $3, with the typical monthly budgets ranging anywhere from $500 to $10,000, depending on what you want to achieve and how flexible you are with. Also, there's an additional budget I forgot to mention. If you're hiring someone to do it, they're going to charge their own fee on top of the budget spend fee. So that's something else. It's quite expensive, yeah. But it does work. Some people get results, but the main issue here is the ROI. Will you get your money back, the amount of money you get? Yeah, you'll get some customers, but will it be profitable? In terms of reach and effectiveness, it's highly targeted based on user demographics, and the engagement rate anywhere from 0.5% to 1%. So the pros are your wide audience, and you're pretty targeted too. And it's better than the last one because you can actually see the analytics and the statistics of your campaigns here. So each example is actually going to get better and better, each method I'm going to suggest you. And the last one is obviously the best method. So also another negative for this is the effects stop once you stop paying. And another negative is it's very high competition. So you always need to be monitoring the analytics and optimizing it. Third method is networking and word of mouth. Now this is better in my opinion, social media advertising, and I know many plumbing businesses, many service-based businesses that just get their clients solely from this. Yeah, it's pretty old and traditional, but I know even some young people who do this. So you're basically relying on personal connections and referrals from satisfied customers, and you have to go to events in your local community and gatherings and stuff like that, and letting them know about your service. And the estimated cost is minimal because, maybe some events you have to pay some money, but usually if we're talking about a local community, you go to the town hall, you go to restaurant openings, you go around. If someone's doing a garage sale, you just have to be social and talk to as many people as possible and let them know. And if you're a plumber, everyone has something they need fixed, and they'll probably take your number, for example. Or a roofer, same thing. Or electrician, same thing. Reach and effectiveness, it's pretty good, but it's really hard to get consistent clients this way, since you're just relying on word of mouth. and its effects depend on your competition and and your social skills. So the pros is you build connections and establish you as the local preferred service provider in the community. The cons is it's pretty limited in terms of scalability and lead generation results, right? It's unpredictable. And the effects may slow down or stop the activity depending on your activity and how active you are, or if the competition, if there's new guys doing the same thing, or if for some reason the community stops liking you for any social reason. So the fourth method, this is better actually, and it's usually not that expensive. It's Facebook niche group posting, and outreach. So basically, what you want to do is you want to find Facebook communities in your area. So if you're in San Francisco, there's many San Francisco Facebook groups like Buy and Sell San Francisco, plumbers in San Francisco, electricians, whatever. You want to join all those communities, and you just basically want to post banners for free. And you want to do that as consistently as possible. And then you want to reach out to anyone who looks like you want to monitor the group, see if anyone is asking for assistance, say I need a plumber, this, that, and the other. And this is really good, especially if you can find some Facebook groups that let you do like a sponsored post for like 25 to $50. And if the groups are very active, this can be very good. This can be the best method so far I've shown if you find active groups in your area and you have those groups active. Sometimes in some areas you might not find that, so again, it depends. And reach and effectiveness is pretty good because you're targeting the local community, and it's much cheaper also compared to other strategies. Most of the time it's free, but the problem is the main con is you will be constantly getting banned or removed from the admins. So that's why some groups you have to message the admins first. You have to see the groups. Are people posting like you? If they are, great. Are they getting interactions and likes and comments? If they're not, then it's not really worth your time. So that's something else to consider. You can also see the newest people who joined the group from that community, and you can just privately message them, hey, I just moved to this community. If you need any plumbing services, please let me know. I live down the road of XYZ. Be happy to help anytime. So yeah, that's the main reason. And the pros is it's pretty low cost if you only do one paid post for a week and just do the other ones manually and just message a lot of people. The main benefit for this is it's very cheap. It's just time intensive. So the fifth method, so far this is probably better, is Google Ads. So overview is you're going to do pay-per-click advertising, and this is by far the best because we're targeting people who are specifically looking for your service in your area. So let's say you're doing plumbing in San Francisco. You would buy clicks for keywords like plumbing services in San Francisco. So anyone types that into Google who are directly looking for your service, you'll come up. But it's pretty expensive. It can range anywhere from $1 to $10. And again, you can find people who will charge an additional fee to run it for you properly, or you can learn how to do it yourself on YouTube. But it's quite expensive, and you can spend a lot of money and not get your guaranteed ROI yet. Yeah, you might get some clients if you spend enough money, but is it going to be profitable? That's the question. And you have maybe your competitors will just click all the ads and waste your money. So many little things like that. In terms of reach and effectiveness, you're targeting people with high intent who are directly looking for your service with a high click-through rate. You can also do Google Ads and Google Maps ads. It applies to this. It's the same thing basically. So the pros would be immediate exposure and highly targeted, but again, the cons, like with all the other strategies we've gone over so far, is the effects stop once you stop paying for ads, and it's quite expensive. So you really need to know what you're doing, and you need to be willing to lose some money. So yeah, now let's get into one of the better options here. This is the second best option in this list. So that's search engine optimization, SEO for websites basically. So what does that mean? Well, we basically have a website that's SEO optimized on page and off page wise, meaning that search engines are finding our queries organically. So we're ranking organically for when people are typing plumbers in San Francisco. It's happening organically. The estimated costs for on-page and off-page SEO is quite expensive because we need someone writing blogs on our website like pretty often, and then we need people to build backlinks for our website pretty often too. And some backlinks range, like the high quality guest post backlinks, anywhere from $150 to $200. So it's pretty expensive, but after maybe a few months or a few years of this, you will start organically getting results. But the problem is when you're doing Google's, I'll tell you in a minute why the next strategy is a bit better, because Yeah, it's great and you get significant results, but like I said, it's sustainable and can be a good return on investment, definitely better than any of the paid ads. But when you're doing Google search website SEO, you're competing against tens of thousands of websites or even millions of results, rather than when we do the next one, which is Google Maps Local SEO, because maybe there's only 400 results on Google Maps or 300 results in San Francisco for plumbers. So it's way more easier and way less competition, rather than the tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands or if not millions of links that you'll be competing for on Google search. So the cons are, yeah, it's expensive. It's the most expensive kind of SEO, and it requires a lot of knowledge. So it's really hard to learn this from scratch. Whereas Google Maps SEO, you can pretty much learn how to do it just by watching all these videos I've showed you. So let's go to the best method, which is Google Maps Local SEO. So overview is we're pretty much optimizing our Google My Business profile to rank in higher in local searches, posting updates and responding to reviews, as well as building citations and map directories. That's basically all we have to do. And then the estimated costs, if we're going to hire someone to do it, is anywhere from $300 to $1,000. It varies, but that's around the price range. And that's for a really good professional company usually. That's what their price range is at. So in terms of reach and effectiveness and local search results, it's probably one of the best because its conversion rates exceeds 10%, and it's easily the best method on this list. Like I said, lower competition compared to Google search SEO. And the benefit, one pro that's I don't think is on here, I forgot to mention, when you rank in the top 3 on Google search, on Google Maps, you also show up on the top 3 results on Google search. Because on Google search, if you type a search query with a location, so plumbers in location, you get the first 3 results from Google Maps before you see websites. First you see like 2 or 3 sponsored websites, and then under that you see the top 3 results from Google Maps. So you you get the benefit of ranking on Google search and on Google Maps, and it's even cheaper, but it's like double the benefit. It's way cheaper too, and it's just as effective. So like I said, we're targeted local leads who are actively seeking our services. We're getting high quality, high visibility and cost effectiveness, especially compared to website SEO, like I just explained. Effects can last for years, even after stopping optimization. The same thing applies for website SEO, but it just takes way longer to start getting effects and just being able to stop with website SEO. Whereas Google Maps SEO, just 4 months of work, 3 months of work, you're going to see some results for months and years to come. It depends on the competition, obviously, but yeah, usually it's like 1 to 400 businesses in your area for your niche. So the requirements are you need to consistently do updates if you're doing it yourself, and it's you can do this for free if you're doing this yourself, but it takes some time and you have to learn how to do it. You'll have to watch, let's say, my series of videos on Google Maps SEO and other people's videos. But then once you figure out how to do the updates, once you figure out how to set up everything correctly and it's fully optimized, then you just have to do updates and create 5 map listings every month, minimum. And that should be good, just make map listing directories. And if you still need any help with your Google My Business page, if you agree with me and you think that's the best strategy on this list, and you need help or for any number of reasons, or you don't have time, you're very busy, you have too many clients already, but you still want to grow, then reach out to vortexranker.com, to my website, and you can find an option to book a free consultation with me, and we'll send you a free ranking audit as well, where we show you what numbers you are for the relevant keywords in your niche. That's about it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you want to see other videos and need more videos about Google Maps SEO, check out the other videos in this channel. Take care.